Hello everyone, welcome back to our Maya 2020 tutorial series on our construction dude. So far we only got a couple things left to do, some little details to finish off. One's going to be this cable, and we'll just go ahead and jump right in on that. We'll just see how much time we have to get on to the rest of them. So this cable here looks like it's just like this kind of extension cord type cable. You see a little power prong on the end here. So what we're going to do for that is we're going to actually create this from a NURBS curve in a cylinder. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump to my side view, so this one over here. I'm going to go to Create NURBS Curves CV Curve Tool. Okay, and we'll start up at the top up here, and we're just going to draw in our curve here. Okay, so let's go ahead and center the pivot on it, and we'll just bring it over here. So before we go and work on placement on this guy, we actually want to create the cable itself first. So I'm going to drop another cylinder into the scene. There we go. Scale it down a bit. And I'm going to shift select this curve here. And I'm going to isolate the two of them. This one here, we don't really need quite so much geometry. We only need 20, so let's bring that down to like 12 maybe even less than that. I think 12 is about all I'm going to be able to get away with right now though. Okay, so it really is important that we have this be extruded from the right side. So if I was to extrude from the wrong side, it'll try to buckle in on itself and the extrusion won't work. So let's go to face mode, and we'll select just the faces on the end. So just these guys right there. And we'll shift select the curve, and then I will run my extrude. Okay, so there it is. It goes straight to the end, which, obviously that's not what we want because this is just one division. So we're going to have to add in the appropriate amount of divisions, and we'll just keep adding them in until it fills along the curve and looks the way we want. So something probably right about there is probably good. Okay. So that's good. Let's go ahead and go back to our view here. Okay. We might want to have more than one cable. I mean, we can, I'm not sure like what the purposes of just one cable would be, but we could leave it as just one cable since that's what it got in the picture. But if you want there to be more than one, we can just duplicate it, what we have here, and then just change it a little bit. So if I was to take this one here, turn on soft select, and push some of this back, you can end up having just a little bit different of a cable. Just like that. So then you'd have more than one, which would kind of make more sense. Like you'd have, if he's got this attached to his belt, it would probably be, several strands along, not just one single loop. But for the sake of the fact that this is from the picture and we're trying to keep it somewhat relative to that, we're going to go ahead and just can off the extra one and just work with the single one here. Now I was using soft select on the other one because it's a duplicate, but this one is connected to a curve, right? So that's what we created it from. And the cool thing about having this be a part of the curve is that we can use the control vertexes of the curve, since there's history connecting the two, to adjust our cable. So we want this to be a little more like that. And this part here, be a little bit over here. Pretty easy to do. Doesn't really want to adjust the base because that's the origin of the creation, so it just wants to stay in place. But these ones we can move. I'm just going to tuck it up right against this pocket here like it's supposed to be over there. And then this one here. Okay, so that's going to be about as much as it's going to let me push that around. Okay, and that's fine. So I'm going to go to object mode, delete the history. That will separate that from the curve. Do a little more key box over here. Shift select the geometry of the cable, and then press delete. That will get rid of the curve that's on the inside. Okay, so this this part here where the end of the cable is supposed to come out. I'm going to go over here to vertex mode. Deselect these ones. I'll probably just push all these guys in. Because it kind of looks like, you know, it's like coming out from underneath this pouch here, so maybe this runs underneath his leg and then comes out over here. I'm not really sure. To be honest with you, Team Fortress was really not one that I got really into, so for those of you who are really into Team Fortress, you might be like, no, this is how it's supposed to look. Like, okay, well, I don't know. Just winging it here a little. Oops. I must not have the cap. Oh, that's exactly what it is. Alright, so there we go. Okay, so there it is. Let's go ahead and extrude off and make the little power plug on the end here. So I'm going to hit extrude, and for this one I'm going to scale this so that it goes out like that, just making it bigger. This will be the plug bottom, so I'll hit G to repeat last command, and I'll just pull it straight out. That's fine. And then I think I'll add one edge loop right here. Oh, insert the edge flow still turned on. Let's turn that off. I'll go to face mode, double click this part here, and then run our extrude tool one time. There we go. That looks good. Okay, so now I just need there to be the little prongs that come out the end. So I'm just going to use another cube, and we'll just bring that in. Bring it over here, and I'll scale it so that it looks like a little prong. That's good. Bring it over here. There we go. I think that will work. Alright, so now that's done. Now the only thing that's left is this giant glove that he has. And that, again, we can just go right back into our duplicate face and just select all of our faces for the hand here. So I'm just going to select this face loop here. Actually, let's select them from down here. I'm just going to hold down Shift and press period, and that will grow the selection going up the hand. I'll deselect this loop. Deselect. Let's make sure that we have everything. Okay, that looks good. And we're going to give it one more, I believe. So we are going to get that last one in there. And we will now duplicate face. Okay. Let's just scale it up like that. Okay. And I think that this part here, I'm going to just give it a little more volume. Okay, so that's good. And let's go ahead and give it this little end piece here. So I'll just go ahead and drop in an extra edge loop right in here. And this is probably extruded out, so I'll just pull out a little bit. This part here is supposed to be extruded in. We're just going to go all the way into the arm. There we go. Alright, so now he has all the accessories. Now is all we got to do. And if you're looking at these little end nibs here, I'm going to just let those land on sculpt and texture. We can do that there. But I do want to do a couple little extra tweaks before we go on the sleeves here. These just aren't sharp enough for me. I want to add in an edge loop right here and just scale it in. That will help kind of just define that cuff area. Turn back on insert with edge flow. Let's see about adding one more right in here. Scale this one out a little bit more and bring it down a smidge. That's better. Let's see if I can turn on symmetry still. If I can, then that'll be great. Yep, okay. I just want to, like how these slump down a bit, I just want to give a little bit more volume to the shoulder area. So if we just bring this out a little bit, let's turn on soft select. Maybe not to that degree though. That looks better. Okay. All right. Let's turn off soft select. I want to add in an edge loop right in here. Let's see if I can just not quite working out the way I want. Let's see about extruding it in. I'm basically just trying to create that seam for where the shirt sleeves come together. It looks almost right, but I think that these parts here need to be brought up a bit. Okay. think that's it. All right, looking him over, see if there's anything else that I might have missed. Oh, I want to do the same thing to the cuff on this side. Let's go ahead and add an edge loop in there. And just scale this one in and make that a little tighter. That's right. Gotta turn off symmetry for a moment. So that's good. That's good. I'm happy with all that. Okay. That he's good to go. Alright guys, so that will be the end of the modeling lecture. So thanks for watching. Look in for the next playlist. We're going to be doing the rigging of this guy. So until then, thanks for watching. See you guys in the next lessons.